welcome to my channel. I am Ram. So in the previous video we saw about ratio and partnership related sums as well as their concept. So in this video we are going to see about percentage. Okay, so we are going to see about percentage, their formula, their concept, as well as few problems related to that. Okay, so before going into the video we will see what are the exams that requires this concept. Okay, so if you learn this concept you can clear all these exams, that is IBPS, TNPSC, like group 4, group 2 exams like that, then state PSC of any of your states, as well as CSAT, CAT, all these aptitude tests you can clear them by using these concepts and their formulas. Okay, so come on, let's get into the video. First let's learn what is percentage. Okay, so percentage is again a comparison tool. Like ratio, it is a comparison tool, but we are comparing that particular number with per 100. Okay, so we are comparing a number per 100 value. That is, for example, if I am scoring 54 marks out of 100, my percentage will be 54, right? So I am comparing my marks with respect to the total mark or the 100 mark. Okay, so that is what percentage actually means. Okay, comparing a number with respect to 100. Okay, so that is percentage. Okay, so percent, that is cent, is a French word which means per 100. Okay, so that is a general knowledge thing. So in a nutshell, that is percentage. Okay, so what is the percentage formula? Let's learn what is percentage formula. So percentage formula is nothing but obtained value divided by total value into 100. Okay, so this is the percentage formula. This is one of the important formula. So by using this formula we can solve n type of percentage related problems. Okay, so come on, let's take an example and dig further into what percentage actually means. For example, if you take a student. Okay, so a student named Ram. Okay, a student named Ram, and he scores around 350 marks in his annual exam out of 500. Out of 500 he scores 350 marks, and now we are going to find what is the percentage of his score. Okay, so in order to find that we are going to apply the values in this formula, that is the obtained value. So what the score he has obtained is 350, and the total value, the total score is 500 into 100. Okay, the formula. Okay, so what will be the percentage? Is that percentage of Ram's score is, you can cancel these two zeros, 5, 7. So 70 will be the percentage of Ram. So Ram's score will be 70%, right? So this is a comparison tool. Why it is a comparison tool is because if we take another student called Sankar. Okay, so if we are taking another person called Sankar and he is scoring around 700 for 1000 or 1200. Okay, so he is scoring 700 marks out of 1200 marks. Okay, so this is his score, but we can't compare Ram and Sankar because because their total marks are different. He is writing the exam only for 500 marks, but he is writing the exam for 1200 marks. So we can't compare them by the numbers, by the marks they have gotten for their respective exams. Okay, we can't say that Sankar scored 700 marks, which is greater than 350. So Sankar has scored greater marks than Ram. We can't say that because their total value, marks are different. That is 500 and 1200. So in this case, what we have to do, we have to find the percentage of percentage mark of Sankar as well. So if we want to find that, again, what is the percentage formula? That is percentage formula is equal to obtained value by total value into 100. So obtained value is 700. The total value, the total mark is 1200 into 100. So we can cancel 0, 0, then 12. So 2, we can start by 2 tables. So 2, let's cancel it. Let's cancel it for 12 tables. So 12. So 12, 6 are 60. 5s are 60, so 10, right? Again 100, so we will be having 5 8s are, right? Let's take 8s are. So 8 2s are 16, 1 8 1s are 8, 96. Then we will be having 4, then 0.0, then we will be having 3, 36, so 33. So his score will be, his percentage will be 58.33. Okay, so this is his percentage. So Sankar's percentage of mark is 58.33. But actually, if you see this, his percentage is 70%. Ram has scored 70% in his annual exam, and Sankar has scored only 58.33% in his annual exam. By knowing this, we can say that Ram has scored more than Sankar, right? So this is how percentage comes into a picture, and this is how percentage is useful in our day-to-day life. That is, we can use this percentage as a comparison tool between two companies, two countries' GDPs, two countries' GDPs, two countries' health rate, whatever it may be, education rate, whatever it may be, we can compare it, compare their values, as well as we can compare the growth rate for the previous year as well. We can compare the growth rate of this year with respect, versus the previous year. Okay, we can compare that as well. Okay, so this is what percentage is. Percentage is nothing but a a comparison tool where we use this formula, that is obtained value by total value into 100. So by using this formula, we get the percentage of a number with respect to 100. Okay, percent means 100. Okay, we are comparing that with 100. Okay, so this is what percentage actually means. Come on, let's see few of the sums so that we can get the taste of what aptitude test actually means. Okay, so I have taken few simple problems with respect to percentage. So the first problem says that if 25% of a number is 75, okay, they have said that 25% of a number, that is, we don't know that number, that is x. Okay, so number is 75. Okay, and they have said then 45% of that number is what? Okay, they are asking us to find the 45% of n. Okay, we don't know what is n, we have to find that first. So what is the percentage formula? Let's write first percentage formula. Percentage is equal to obtained value by total value into 100. Okay, so what is the obtained value? Obtained value is 75. We know that. We don't know what is the actual value, that is the total value. So we will put as n into 100, and we know the percentage, that is 25. Right. So what we are going to do? We are just going to integrate this. So n will go that side, and 25 will come this side. So 25 divided by 75 divided by 25 into 100. So 300. So 25 3s are 3 into 100, 300. So n is equal to 300. We got what is n value. But we are not going to stop over here. They are asking us to find what is the 45% of n. 45% of, now we have found what is n, that is 300. 45% of 300. So what we are going to do, again we are going to use the same formula. We know the 45%, we want to find the 45% of obtained value. We don't know what is the obtained value, let's use as x. And what is the actual value, total value, that is 300 into 100. So 0 0 will be cancelled. So 3 into 45, 45, 90, 135. So 135 will be the x value. So 45% of 300 will be 135, right? So this is the value. So this is one of the simplest problem, that may ask in aptitude test, but mostly they will not ask such type of questions. I took this sum in order to for you to know a percentage concept very well. Okay, so this is one of the simplest problem where we are just applying the formula and the values and the given values in the formula. Okay, so come on, let's move on to the second question. So in the second question they have said that what is 20% of 50% of 20% of 50% of 75% of 70. Okay, so this is a kind of a tricky question. So if we get question like this, usually students or the aspirants tends to get puzzled. Okay, so there is nothing to get puzzled over here. It's just a simple thing. Okay, just divide this question into parts. Okay, first we are going to find what is 75% of 70. Okay, we are going to find what is 75% of 70. So what is the percentage formula? Percentage formula is nothing but obtained value divided by total value into 100, right? So 75% of obtained value we don't know, that this is the what we are going to find it. 70 is the total value into 100. So what we will be having, x is equal to 75 into 70 divided by 100. So this is what we are going to find. Okay, so this is this is the value for this part, right? This is the value for this part, okay? So x will be the value of this part. Now we are going to find this part, that is 55% of 55% of 75% of 70. So what we will be having, we have to find, again we are going to use this formula. This is the first part. Now we are going to find the second part. So let's say we are going to find this 50 percentage, 50 percentage of x. We don't know what is x. Let's take that as y, okay? Now to clear the confusion, then we will take y. Then we will take x. That is, x is nothing but this part. That is, this is the x part, right? So we are going to take y divided by x into 100. So what I will be having, y part will be 50 into x divided by 100. So this will be my y part. Now let's go on to the third part. Let's move on to the third part. So in the third part, so I will write the third part over here. So in the third part, we are going to find 20 percentage of this part. That is the whole part of this 2. That is y. So what we are going to do, 20 percentage of 20 is equal to again z. Now I am going to use the variable z is equal to z divided by y into 100. So I will be having 20 divided by 100 into y. Okay, this is what I am going to have. This is z. So z is what we have to find. So z is the 20 percentage of 50 percentage of 75. So finally we have to get the z value only. So z is equal to, I will write the whole values. So z is equal to 20 divided by 100. 20 divided by 100 into y, okay, into y, right? So into y, what is y? Y is equal to 50 divided by 100 into x. What is x? X is equal to 75 divided by 100 into 70. So 20 percentage of 50 percentage of 75 percentage of 70 is this, okay? If we calculate this, we will get z value. So do you get what I am doing? I am just first doing, I took only one part of this and I have equated that into x, okay? And first I am calculating 75 percentage of 70 and I taken that as x, and I am doing the 50 percentage of 75 percentage of 70 and I am taken that as y, so that I will be having this. Finally I am taking the whole thing, that is z, 20 percentage of 50 percentage of 75 percentage of 70. So that is z, okay? Now what I am doing, z is equal to 20 divided by 100 into y. So I know the y value, that is this, and now I know the x value as well, that is this, okay? Now I am substituting this, I am getting this equation, that is z is equal to 20 divided by 100 into 50 divided by 50 into 75 into 70, okay? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to calculate now. So first let's cancel all these zeros first, okay? So I will be having 10, again I can cancel this to 10, then I will be having 100, 75 into 7 by 100. So this will be my equation. So 75 into 7, so 75 into 7, 75 is 35, 7 7 are 49, 49 52, 5 to 5, 5 to 5 divided by 100. So I will be having 5.25. So 5.25 is the value of 20 percentage of 25 percentage of 75 percentage of 70, okay? So what will be that value? 5.25. So this is kind of a tricky question, right? This is a tricky question. You can expect these type of questions in your aptitude test, okay? So remember this, just we are dividing that, dividing the whole question into segments, that is x, y, z, and we are calculating it. So that's it. So this is the third, second question. So try to practice as much modules of questions as you can, okay? Such type of questions are very, very interesting, and you try to pick a aptitude book, any of your reference book that you are doing. So try to practice as much different type of questions as you can, okay? So this is what that. So now we are going to see another another formula, okay? So we have seen one simple formula, that is percentage is equal to obtained value divided by the total value into 100. Now we are going to learn another formula, okay? This formula will be used in a case in circumstances where the price of a commodity is increased. For example, if you are taking a sugar or a petrol, whatever it may be, a commodity or a service, and that price, okay, let's take it as price P. So that the price is getting increased to certain percentage or decreasing to certain percentage. Okay, for example, sugar price is increasing by 25 percentage. Okay, sugar price is getting increased by 25 percentage, and you are not willing to expend more on sugar. Okay, you are going to save the same budget as you did for the previous month, and you are going to save do the same expenditure, so that you will so in order to do the same expenditure, you need to reduce the consumption, because the price has increased to 25 percentage. Now you are not willing to expend 25 rupees more in sugar, so you are going to reduce your consumption of sugar. Okay, so what you are going to do, you are going to reduce your consumption. In that case, in order to find your percentage of reduction, you need to use this formula, that is P divided by 100 plus P into 100. So this is the formula that you are going to use when there is an increase in price of a commodity, and you need to reduce that that consumption of that particular commodity. If sugar is increasing by 25%, and you need to reduce the sugar's consumption by a particular percentage, right? So that your expenditure will be same. So in that case, you need to use this formula, that is P divided by 100 into P into 100. Okay, so 100 plus P into 100. So what is P? Is the percentage of price percentage of price which is being increased. 100, you know what is 100? 100 is a constant value. Okay, so this is the formula that you are going to use. And what if the price is decreased? For example, in some cases the price of the sugar or the petrol might decrease, and now you are planning to increase your consumption so that you will meet the previous month expenditure. So now you are going to increase your consumption. So in that case you are going to use this formula, that is just a minus. Okay, so these two are similar formulas, you no need to mug up everything. If the price increases and you need to reduce your consumption, then use plus. If the price decreases and you have to increase your consumption, then you use minus. Okay, so these are the two formulas. Remember this: if the price increases and you have to reduce your consumption, use plus. If the price decreases and you have to increase your consumption, use minus. P divided by 100 minus P into 100. Okay, so these are the two formulas that you have to remember. This is price related problems. Okay, so in case of price related percentage problems, you have to use these formulas in order to get the actual answers. I have picked two problems for you. The first problem says that Mr. Rajesh is worried about the balance of his monthly budget. The price of petrol has increased by 40%. Okay, so the price of the petrol, that is P percentage, that is P is equal to 40%. So the price of the petrol has been increased to 40%. By what percentage should he reduce the consumption of petrol so that he is able to balance his budget? Okay, so now the petrol price has increased to 40%. Now he have to reduce his consumption. Okay, consumption of petrol, so that he will meet this budget. Okay, so he can meet his previous month budget. So what he is going to do, he is going to calculate how much percentage he can reduce the consumption of petrol. So in order to do that, again we have to use the same formula, that is the formula that I have said to you, that is P divided by 100 plus P into 100. Okay, this is the formula that you have to use. So what is P? P is equal to 40. So 40 divided by 140, that is 100 plus 40, we will get 140 into 100. So you can cancel 0, 0. So 400 divided by 14, right? So 400 divided by 14, what we will be having? 14, 3s are 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 1s are 3, plus 4, 42, oh sorry. So 2s are 28, we will be having 12, 0, 120, then we will be having 14, so we will be having 8s are 8 4s are 32, 3, then 8 1s are 8, 11, right? So 28, then we will be having 8.0, we will be having 14, then And then we will be calculating 5 star 70. So we will be having 10 again, 0.0, then again. So again it will go on like this. Okay. So the percentage of percentage of reduction in consumption of petrol by Ram will be 28.5%. So you will reduce his consumption by 28.5%. So this is what they are asking. So Rajesh will reduce 28.5% in his consumption of petrol. Okay. So this is one of the simplest problem. We are just using the formula. We are just using the formula and substituting the percentage value. If the petrol price is decreasing, we will use minus P. That's it. Okay. So simple as that. So come on, let's move on to the next question. So it is this is one of the simplest question that we saw. Now we will see one of the moderate type of questions. Okay. So the price of rice falls by 20%. Okay. So the price of rice falls. Okay. Falls means decreases by 20%. Okay. Minus. Okay. How much rice can be bought now with the money that was sufficient to buy 20 kg? Okay. So after the reduction in price, how much rice can be bought with that money that of 20 kg of rice previously. So previously we might have bought 20 kg of rice for 100 rupees. Okay. Now the price got down for 20%, so that we will be having sufficient amount extra, right? So we will be buying 20 kg for around 80 rupees, and there will be remaining of 20 rupees. So in that 20 rupees, how many kgs we can buy more? So that is the question they are asking. So again we are using the same formula, that is P divided by 100 minus P into 100. So since it is reduction in price, we are using minus. So what we will be having 20%. So 20 divided by 100 minus 20 into 100. So we will be having 20 divided by 80 into 100. So I will be cancelling 0 0. So I will be having 200 divided by 8. So 4 2s are 4 5 0 50 stars. So 2 1s are 25. So 25%. Okay. So the family can increase their consumption by 25%. So a family can increase their consumption by 25%. But this is not the question they are asking. They are asking how much rice can be bought extra if we are buying, if you are using the same amount that we have used to buy 20 kgs. So we are going to use this 25% is equal to, that is we are going to use the percentage formula. P is equal to obtained value by total value into 100. So we are going to use this formula. So we know what is the percentage, that is 25% has been increased. We can increase the consumption about 25%. So 25 is equal to, we don't know how much kgs that we can buy. So the total kg will be 20. So we are going to find with respect to the amount that we have spent to buy 20 kg. So we are using 20 into 100. So 25 into 20 divided by 100 will be giving us 0 0 10 okay 50 55. So we can buy 5 kgs more with the amount that we are having that we have excess. Okay. So we can totally with the amount that we have bought 20 kgs previously, with the same amount we can buy now. We can buy 25 kgs now because the price has reduced. So we can buy 25 kgs with the same amount that we have spent to buy 20 kgs. We can buy 25 kgs now. Okay, since the price of the rice has been reduced, we can buy 25 kgs. Okay, so the price has been reduced only for 20%, but we can increase our consumption by 25%. Okay, so the price has reduced to 20%, but we can increase our consumption by 25%. 25, that is a difference. Okay, so learn that as well. So in this I hope this video is informative. We saw what is percentage and the formula related to percentage, that is P is equal to obtained value divided by total value into 100, and we also saw 2 other formulas as well, that is this formula that is P divided by 100 plus P into 100 when we have when we receive questions related to price reduction or price increase in price, so that we can reduce or increase our consumption with respect to increase or decrease in the price value. So we saw the two problems as well as two formulas as well. So I hope this video is informative. If you feel the same, share to the friends who are preparing for competitive exams like this, so they will also get benefit of it. So if you have any other queries with related to percentage problems, you can let me know in the comment section. I will try to clarify it. This is only the first part of percentage. Okay, there are few more problems and few more formulas we need to learn with respect to percentage concept. So I will try to explain that in the upcoming video. So thanks for watching this video. See you. Have a great day. Bye bye.